Greetings YouTube, Skill Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome to another look at an early access game. And this time we're having a look at the game Bugs Must Die by DG Game Studio. Now Bugs Must Die is a new game and DG Game Studio reached out to me to give me the demo. Now the demo is freely available, so I do encourage you guys to download it and give it a try, and the link will be as always in the description. Now in Bugs Must Die, you are part of a human peacekeeping force trying to stop a race of alien bugs from taking over the galaxy. We're going to try the first level of the game, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on the demo so far. So without further ado, let's jump in and take a bit of a look. And here we are on the level selection screen. Now we have a choice of 3 different vehicles: the Jeep, which is your all-rounder, your heavy-hitting but slow tank, and your fast but weak car. I tend to prefer the Jeep because the tank's a bit too slow and the Jeep is definitely far too weak. Now you have some different weapons that you can use, and I've unlocked the machine gun, the heavy machine gun, and the rocket launcher. If you're having trouble, you can buy some temporary upgrades with the money that you've earned through the game, and that will just give you a bit of an edge in the level. You can also have a melee skill, but I tend to prefer to avoid melee and use my ranged weapons to give me a little bit of distance between me and the enemy. We can use some air support by dropping some bombs or dropping some supplies to ourselves. And we'll go in and have a bit of a look at the level. Here we are. So the first thing I wanted to mention was both the soundtrack to the game, which is really nice. It's very retro and it does suit the game very well. And also the nice colourful design of the enemies. So there's definitely a lot of character in this game. But the actual levels themselves, the design feels a little bit plain at the moment. As you can see, they're all just different variations on this very plain wasteland looking level. I'd love to see something like ice levels, maybe some deserts, something to just add that little bit of variety to the game. But again, this is very early days. So hopefully the developer will add a little bit more variety just to make the game a little bit more fun and colourful and feel a little bit less repetitive. But yeah, definitely they are on the right track. Now this game is currently I'm playing on the PC, but as far as I know, I believe they're planning on a release for the console. I do hope they do that because I think this game would play really well on a console. It really could use a 2-player mode, a co-op mode. And this is, yeah, the thing at the moment is that there's just so many retro shooters that every single developer's out trying to make their own retro shooter because the perception is that they're easy to make, and certainly a retro shooter would be easier to make than an RPG or an MMO, but it's really hard to find a good retro shooter. So I think that this could possibly become one of those examples of a really good, well done, well thought out retro shooting game. But only time will tell at this stage. But they're on the right track, I think. A couple of tweaks, a little bit more variety in the enemies and the level design. And I'd like to see a little bit more focus on the bosses of the game, because they don't really feel very memorable. They're just basically larger versions of the enemies. It would be nice to see if you guys have ever played games like Enter the Gungeon. I'm a big fan of Enter the Gungeon, and one of the things that game does right is its enemy and boss design. They're all very unique, and they all definitely are very memorable. Fortunately, the enemy design is nice and colourful. I just like to see a little bit more personality in the bosses. But yeah, again, this is early access and they're probably going to have a lot more time to flesh this out as they go. You can see we've got an upgrade for our our basic turret. And that makes this into a little bit of a bit more of a powerful weapon. Give us a bit of an edge. Try and take out some of these drums. Oh, I've taken a hit there. I've got to be careful. There we go. So now my base weapon's got full upgrades. Can do a little bit more damage now. As you can see, though, the enemies can be quite tough. He just walked through that like it was nothing. These guys will give me a little bit more ammo, hopefully. And you can really feel when you got a full upgrade, you can see these guns do a lot of damage. Even the big enemies can't stand a prolonged burst of this. One of the things we'll try and do from the outset is to get full upgrades for all of our weapons. Not always possible, because they are, of course, random. But I'm actually doing more damage with my fully upgraded base weapon than I would with my chain gun on my rocket launcher. You see the chain gun's upgraded now. So let's head up here. We should hopefully be able to, once we get past here, be able to take on the boss. Now there we go. There's a nice cache of ammo we found. So we've got one more barrel to take out and we're good to go. And there it is. So you can see there, or you may have not noticed, but there are a list of objectives in the right hand corner of the screen. Mine was to take out a certain amount of enemies, to destroy a certain number of these barrels you can see over here, and finally to kill the boss. So that's our last objective. I'm going to take the boss out. Let's see what's in that crate there. Hopefully another upgrade that will give me a bit of a fighting chance. Oh, so I took a bit of damage there because I wasn't paying attention. I'm hoping there's some health in there. There's not, so we're just going to be real careful. Right, so we're going to take this guy out. So yeah, as you can see, the bosses are pretty standard. I'll try and take out... I'll try and get him to... Whoop! I want to try and get him to destroy the barricade on the right hand side. Whoop, there's our electro... Oh no, he took out the car. So we've actually got only our escape vehicle now. That's going to certainly make things a little bit harder for me. I'm hoping I'll be able to avoid most of his fire. But yeah, getting to the secret level is probably not going to happen now. I'm just going to be lucky enough to take him out. There we go. So I managed to win the boss. If you're lucky, you can get him to drop a bomb and destroy that side level. And get a little bit of extra money over there. But we did pretty well, 70% completion. And hopefully on a subsequent run I'll be able to get into this secret area and get 100%. Now I'm going to skip that because it's not normalized and I don't want to blow anyone's eardrums. But yeah, definitely take a look at this game. That was the first level. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will go and give this game a try. I definitely enjoyed the first look at this game, and I certainly am looking forward to seeing the finalized version on Steam, and hopefully on the console. So, as always, if you enjoyed this, please leave me a like, leave me a subscribe. Check out the download link, which I'll supply to you. Download this game, and leave me your thoughts in the comments. As always, hopefully we'll see you for the next episode, and we'll be looking at another indie game, and one that you guys will definitely be excited about. Until next time, Skill Incarnate out.